Welcome to a teaching tip from CAFE, the Center for the Advancement of Food Service Education, a great resource for teachers and food service educators of all kinds. This is another of Mayo's consulting clinic ideas to help you become a better teacher. Not that you're not a good one already, but just another idea, a new approach, and something you may not have thought about, particularly this time about starting classes. But remember that students will only care about what we know if they know that we care about them as people and we care about what knowledge they bring to the classroom. So why do we have to pay attention to starting classes? We do it all the time. Well, part of the reason is because we can do it better and we can make it more effective. We never have enough time in classes, so let's get students engaged and fully involved as soon as we can, as quickly as we can. What some teachers do is they come in, they say hello, they take attendance, they do housekeeping details, etc. Really exciting stuff to start a classroom. But what we forget is that many students have been rushing from the parking lot or from the subway or hassling things. They've been worried about the kids, they've been worried about what happened at home, they're worried about their job, they're getting into uniform or out of uniform, etc. So they're busy and worried about a whole bunch of other things before they get to us. So it's critical to get them into the room focused and excited about the class. They want to be in our program, they're excited to become culinarians. However, they may not be excited about that subject that you're teaching that day. It may be on a Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock and food safety isn't the most exciting thing in the world. Hard to believe, but it might be. You know, it might be that you're teaching sauté and that sort of doesn't turn them on that day. Or cooking green vegetables, it doesn't turn them on that day. Or setting a table and learning how to set up a dining room. All those things we need to teach them, they want to learn it, but we've got to get them excited that day. So what you need to do is a couple of things, and those things are really important. One is, come in with some excitement, some energy, some vitality. And one of the ways to do it is to put a quote on the board. And then students start to look for a quote, what's going to be the quote today, how does that relate to the subject, and connect it. There are wonderful quotes by great chefs, by great restaurateurs, so you can bring all of that stuff in. You can do any number of quotes like that. The second thing is to put numbers on the board, interesting numbers that they may not have thought about. And numbers that can be anything like the number of people employed in the industry, the number of restaurants that are now functioning, the number of the percentage of food costs that a restaurant should have, and it gets them thinking about what's the number for the day. And so they start to get ready for class before they even come to the room. And it makes a real difference in paying attention. The other thing, and I've tried, is I put up a bunch of keywords. And they may not be words they thought would be related to that subject. And then we talk about the key words and they see if they know them or they don't know them. It becomes a self-test, a self-quiz, but it gets them excited about those words and they know those are key words and important things to start a class. All of these are really good ways to get them focused in the room, get their psychic energy focused on what you're doing. The problem is if you don't do it, they'll get there sooner or later, but they'll take their own time to finish their other stuff before they pay attention. And then you find you have to give instructions about what the food preparation is a second time. Or you have to go over something a third time. And it's not that they didn't want to learn, it's just that they weren't there. Sometimes nobody's home. And what we want is to get everyone home at the beginning of class so we can use all of our time productively. Couple of ideas to start a new class. I'm sure you have other ideas to start a class. Think about them, try something creative, and enjoy it. The use of humor, the use of jokes that are appropriate to the field and appropriate to the subject, the use of numbers, the use of keywords, the use of concepts, and your own excitement about class and how wonderful it is will make a big difference. For more information about starting classes, I encourage you to look at the article in Gold Medal Classroom. It's on the CafeMeetingPlace.com website. It's a great resource for all kinds of things for food service educators. I encourage you to go there early and often. It might give you another creative idea to make you a better teacher. And thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.